And welcome everybody to Kiwanis Park here in Jackson, Kentucky. We are at Rose Field, named after Art and Rose Wolfe, for all the extra work they put into the youth, the softball, little league, baseball, everything they did. They coached all the sports through the years and did a good, wonderful job with it. We are here for girls softball fast pitch action. It is the 55th District Tournament Championship game. The Wolfe County Lady Wolves, the 1 seed, got all the way into the district championship game without having to play, because they finished as the 1 seed in the regular season. Breathitt County, the 2 seed, had to defeat Jackson City in game number 1 of the district tournament on Monday night, a game that my colleague to my right, John Couch and James Turner did. It was radio only that night. Tonight we're trying to do YouTube. As long as the internet holds up, we'll be on there as well as on 97.3 WJSN. I'm Steve Neese. As we get set for softball action, I'm going to run down the lineup real quick. I apologize if you're watching on YouTube about the graphics. Didn't have time to get everything up and running, but we got a picture. We're rolling. For Breathitt County, leading off at third base is Napier. Bowling is behind the plate, batting second. And back will pitch for Breathitt County and bat third. Pelfrey's at short in the cleanup spot. Hayes is in left, batting sixth. Smith, when I say Hayes, that's Tinley Hayes. Smith in right field, batting sixth. Salyers in center, batting seventh. In the eighth spot is Chloe Hayes at first, and then Barnett at second, batting ninth. For Wolfe County, defensively this way, Noble is pitching. Sword behind the plate. Third to first in order, Miller, Patton, Allen, and Stone. And then left to right for Wolfe County will be Holbrook, and that's Harper Holbrook, Creech, and then Reagan Holbrook. As we get ready for the first pitch, I thank Rick Hensley running the action camera for us this evening. Does a good job with that. We've had a few different ones this year. We had to come down here a little early and try to figure this out. It's the first time we've done video here. Of course, the biggest part of that is the issues we have getting internet and keeping it stable and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully one day we'll be able to have it and be able to do a little bit more video here for Jackson City. It's the home of the Lady Tigers, and through the years they've had some really good teams. As leading off for Breathitt County is Napier. Noble will wind and deliver. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Breathitt County, the 2 seed, they're the visitors on the scoreboard. Wolfe County, the higher seed, the number 1 seed in the district tournament. They are the home team on the scoreboard, as the 0-1 is upstairs for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breathitt County faced Noble in the first matchup between these two teams, but it was Creech pitching for Wolfe County in the second matchup, as Noble pitching here will wind, deliver the 1-1, swing and a miss for strike 2, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strike very quickly.
Bella's always aggressive at the plate. She don't much go by. Because that's why she's leadoff.
Yes, not a leadoff hitter that likes to take and see a lot of pitches, right?
No. She'll swing at that first one.
Here's the 1-2. Taken for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are not sitting in our normal broadcast spot, which is normally behind home plate when we're here at Kiwanis Park. We are behind the left field fence. Doing that because of the video, trying to get out here away from the mountain a little bit and away from those trees, get a little better signal if we can. As the break-even pitch fell back to the screen, count still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As Bob Buger used to say, yay, we must be in the front row.
I'd like to have a seat kind of like what he had when he called games. You know, up behind home plate.
Yes.
Those are good seats. Of course, I loved him in Major League movies. It was Noble with the break-even pitch again. This one's up and away for ball 3, runs it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And we talked about Napier being aggressive, and here she is with a full count.
Yeah.
Has seen 6 pitches already, fouled 1 off.
She's just a freshman, and she's done really well this year.
As Noble now winds the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and it's out number 1. here in the top of the first for Breathitt County. Now up is bowling. And Wolfe County swapping gloves with some of the players. I assume that's what that was, what it looked like.
From what I could tell.
Maybe some shades. Yeah, shades for the center fielder. And the second baseman. As Noble, who's pitched here many times before, former Lady Tiger, facing bowling from Breathitt County. First pitch taken for a called strike.
Yeah, that background behind the fence is nothing new to her.
We're not back there, though. I mean, that might be a little new, right?
Yeah, that's true. But she's thinking, where are they at?
That might be why she might pitch a little better, right? The 0-1, a swing and a miss for strike two, and it's a 0-2 count. One out, base is empty, top of the first, scoreless thus far.
She's a humming that thing, Sammy is.
Oh, yeah, she always has.
Yeah.
Got good speed on her fastball. Has the pitch sign and now winds that 0-2. Taken upstairs for ball one ball and 2 strikes.
We was talking the other night, we watched Cisco and Breathitt play. Some pitchers will, you can see that ball the whole time. Sammy keeps it in her glove.
Keeps it hid, yeah.
Till she takes it right forward with her.
And she throws hard anyway, and then not being able to pick up the ball till last second makes it feel like it's even faster and harder than it is. Here's the 1-2, outside ball 2, count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of wind, that's why you see the center field camera shaking if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh, that's why you hear that coming through the mic. We ain't whistling.
That too.
And she's really the only pitcher that I've noticed in the last couple of years that does that.
Yeah, you've seen some others that will try to hide it kind of behind the hip before they bring it out. As the break-even pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3, 2 up, 2 down for Breathitt County here in the top of inning number 1. That will bring Raylan back to the plate, looking to get a 2-out rally going for Breathitt County. 55th District Championship game. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, Sammy had 153 strikeouts to this point, 10-6 on the season, and that she's got 2 more. She's got about 155.
She's going to wind the first pitch to bag. Foul tipped into the mitt for strike 1.
And to me, in a practice, you can't imitate Sammy's speed. If the coaches can't pitch at that speed to them, they're not seeing her speed for the last couple of games. So
here's the 0-1 from Noble. Big swing, miss for strike 2, and been ahead in the count so far today, and ahead in the count again here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, and a scoreless game so far here in the top of the first. This is Noble with the 0-2. Big swing and miss for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Breathitt County in the top half of the first. We will go to the bottom half of inning number 1. Still scoreless. Back in 1 minute. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
We go to the bottom of inning number 1 as Breathitt County at third will bat third. Stone, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Swartz behind the plate batting 5th, and the pitcher Noble will bat 6th. Reagan Holbrook batting 7th is in right field. Allen at 2nd batting 8th, and then Harper Holbrook is in left field batting 9th. For Breathitt County, defensively aligned this way. Back is pitching. Bowling behind the plate, 3rd to 1st in order, Napier, Pelfrey, Barnett, and Chloe Hayes. Left to right in order, Tinley, Hayes, Salyers, and Smith. As Breathitt County, again, a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. They come to the bottom of the first where Wolfe County gets their first crack at it. These two teams played a game a couple of weeks ago. Breathitt County led through the 5th inning, and then Wolfe County took the lead late and held on to win. As the Lady Wolves come to the plate here, still scoreless.
You know, in several district championships, Wolf's done that. The city school had them several years ago when Riley Turner and Bree Tincher were juniors. They had them down like 7-5 or 7-4.
Yep.
They've come back several district championship games.
First pitch taken for ball 1 by Patton. So 1 ball, no strike count. The 1-0 going to be fouled off as Patton running the box. Runs up, slaps it almost like a bunt, but kind of a swinging bunt, if you will. Can really slap it past an infielder or just lay it right down the line, either however she wants to do it or needs to do it.
Right, and she's already got momentum going towards first base.
Here's the 1-1. There's a ground ball to short. Throw is not in time. She beats it out for an infield single. So leadoff batter aboard for the Lady Wolves. And that will bring Creech to the plate with nobody out. Runner at first.
Chloe leads them in 5.22 batting average.
As Creech had squared the bunt. Pulls back, takes ball 1. And Patton goes to second. Stolen base. Back winds the 1-0. There's a chopper to third. Field and thrown to first is wide. It gets by the first baseman. Runner will go to second. Question is, did it hit anybody over there? They say it did not, and it is 1-0 in favor of the Lady Wolves.
She really didn't step into that pitch, did she, Bella? She got it, and her feet was sideways, and she just, from there, she never really stepped them through. I guess she felt like she didn't going to have time to step because it was getting pretty close. It's Kenzie Miller up.
And there's another stolen base. Was that first pitch a ball? I think it was.
I think we was both watching the stolen base.
Well, I was trying to score and all that at the same time.
Kenzie bats 367. She's one of the 5 juniors or seniors that they've got.
And then fouls off the 1-0 for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to second. Barnett Fields throws to first in time. They throw to third, try to get the runner. Gets by the third baseman, and Creech will go home, and it's quickly a 2-0 lead in favor of Wolfe County.
Wolf's definitely running the bases, aren't they?
Got the first 2 on. They get the first 2 in. Breathitt County going to bring everybody in the infield and just kind of calm everything down. At least that's the attempt. Anyway.
Because in all reality, it should have been 3 outs, right? 2 throwing errors. One was a little late and one was a throwing error. So it could have been
would have been
scored.
Would have been 2 outs. Patton got on with the hit.
Right. Yes. 2 outs. So they
and it probably would have still been 1-0. Patton probably would have scored on that second ground ball.
Right.
But either way, it's 2-0. Wolfe County taking advantage of the base runners they got on base. One out, base is empty here in the bottom of the first, and at the plate is Stone for the Lady Wolves. It's the only bad thing about being out here is can't confirm the numbers. First pitch to Stone is taken for ball one, and Wolfe County wearing their digital camo uniforms with black numbers and white trim, a little even more difficult to see.
Yeah, be bad 4-14.
The 1-0 line drive foul, but first base side for strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. To Stone with the bases empty and 1 out. 2-0. Wolfe County already leading here in the bottom of the first. Is back. Has her sign, winds and delivers. Up and away for ball 2, 2-1 to count. Draw for the regional tournaments tomorrow. I think both maybe same time, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And here's a base hit up the middle. A 1 out single for Lady Wolves.
With everyone cracking that bat. You can hear it out here.
So with 1 out and 1 on, that will bring Sword to the plate. Talking about the regional tournaments, the girls' first round scheduled for this Saturday. They're going to play the entire first round on Saturday at Estill County High School. Games start at 12, 2, 4, and 6. As Sword is swinging a miss here for strike one.
They used to do that on Memorial Day, didn't they? But they're a week early, so you can't.
Memorial Day is Monday, actually. And the baseball regional tournament will play the entire first round games on Monday.
Okay.
So they're just splitting up the first round for baseball and softballs. The 0-1 is taken low and away for ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on. Runner at first for Wolfe County. They lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of inning number 1. Back winds, delivers, fouled off for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now. Yeah, baseball tournament, the times for the games will be 10, 1, 4, and 7. Okay. So 10, 1, 4, and 7 Monday for baseball, 12, 2, 4, and 6 Saturday for softball. And we have to wait to draw now. Breathitt and Wolfe County for softball here. We'll go to the regional tournament as the 1-2 goes outside for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Purry and Hazard is in the 54th District championship game.
If I'm not mistaken, they have to play all the championship games tonight, baseball, softball. Is that correct? As the 2-2, yes. The break-even pitch, check swing. They say she went around for strike 3. That's out number 2 here in the first. And with 2 outs, runners still at first, that will bring Noble to the plate. Yeah, because they're drawing tomorrow.
Yeah. They've got to get it in.
Letcher and Knott in the 53rd. Powell and Estill in the 56th. That's the first pitch here, taken for ball 1.
It was a good thing that our district went ahead and played Saturday.
Well, yeah, and there was a case to play both games, but the problem with that is umpires. So if you're asking why did they not, that's the answer.
Right.
As the 1-0 is taken for ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. And that's also why when they had originally moved the game from noon on Saturday to 5 o'clock Saturday evening, that's why they had to move it back to 2 o'clock was a shortage of umpires. So they asked the 55th if they would move their game earlier, and they did. As the 2-0 is up and away, ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes.
They're all the time looking for umpires, referees. If anybody's out there and you played a little ball or you want to get into that, it's pretty decent money. And you can get your belly full of, because there's not a lot of referees and umpires, and you can get a lot of games.
3-0 is taken for ball 4. 2-out walk issued to Noble. Puts runners at first and second for Lady Wolves and brings Holbrook to the plate. That is Reagan Holbrook.
She's one of the 2 juniors they have. She's batting .354 on the season.
First pitch across for strike 1. What I was going to say, though, is I think the umpires that called Saturday had to call multiple games, left Wolfe County, went to Powell County and called the opening round games for the 56th. The 0-1 is in the dirt, gets by the catcher. The wild pitch allows the runners to advance to second and third.
Reagan's getting her sign.
Yeah, here's the 1-1. We lift it into left. It's going to be right field.
Taylor Smith.
And she'll make the catch. 4 out, number 3. Wolfe County strands a couple of runners, but they also score a couple of runs. They lead it 2-0 as we go to the top half of inning number 2. Breathitt County will have 4, 5, 6 to the plate. That's Pelfrey, Tinley, Hayes, and Smith. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
To the top of the second we go. Clouds coming out, and I kind of like that a little bit better as long as it don't rain, as Breathitt County trailing 2-0 to the Lady Wolves as due up for the Lady Cats. 4, 5, 6. That's Pelfrey, Hayes, and Smith. Breathitt County had a 1-2-3 inning in their half of the first inning.
Alexis Pelfrey's up, and she's hit the ball well lately.
Yeah.
About 463, and she hits solid. She pulls it.
I was going to say, me and you saw her about put one out at Breathitt.
Yes.
Hit it to dead left, and if it comes at us, I'm depending on you to make the catch, okay?
Yeah, I tried that one time, and I come right out of the chair.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to take his clipboard and swat it.
All I ask is protect the equipment.
Okay.
That's it right there. As Pelfrey digs in, Noble winds, delivers, first pitch, taken for strike 1. Appreciate all those listening in to 97.3 WJSN. Want to remind everybody we're on YouTube as well. You can go to youtube.com, go to the search bar, type in WJSN 97.3. First search that comes up. While you're there, watch the broadcast, like the broadcast, subscribe to the channel, as the 0-1 is up and away for ball 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the WJSN YouTube Live channel presented by Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson.
Get to see the players and hear us. That's an awesome combination.
Well, you can turn the volume down if you want to do that too.
No, don't do that.
Here's the 1-1 from Noble. Big swing, miss for strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, we've got a couple of camera angles. Got one in center field. It's what they call static. We don't let it move. And then we got a game camera that moves and tries to follow the ball as much as we can. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit our way, and it will go foul off the roof to our right and bounce right behind Rick.
He didn't even flinch. He stayed right with that camera.
He just looked, well, there you go.
He's a true cameraman.
He looked at that ball like it's all right. Rick does a really good job for us running the camera. Been with us since day one of.
You can't watch the game. I mean, you have to watch everything that they're doing. You can't get distracted, and I can't do that. 1-2
pitch goes away for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I watch cars go by and everything. He's solid on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm picking up on the leaves and all that stuff on the other side of the fence, and watching around me and that kind of thing. I agree. He stays right on it.
Yeah.
Here's the break-even pitch. Going to be fouled off back to the screen. Count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pelfrey leading off the top of the second for Breathitt County. It's 2-0 Lady Wolves here in the second inning. 50th District Championship game. Both teams do move on to the regional tournament, but seems like you get better matchups as a champion as opposed to runners-up.
Yes.
Here's the 2-2 from Noble.
If you can
Swing
get that,
and a miss for strike 3.
If you can get that, that's 157. But if you can get that first win in the region, I mean, you could go all the way.
Yeah, the other games are a little bit easier. Seems like that first one is always the hardest one. It's like the NCAA tournament. You see teams that'll win on a buzzer beater in the first round, and then they win by 20 in round 2 or 3. You know, they just keep going. But one out, the base is empty as Tinley Hayes to the plate for Breathitt County. Squares the bunt, pulls back, takes strike 1. Got an umpire behind the plate that calls it quickly.
Tinley, just a freshman, she's batting .426. She leads them in RBIs with 23.
Is Noble with the 0-1. Across for strike 2, and quickly count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Noble getting ahead in the count. One out, base is empty here in the second.
Sammy keeps it in just a small spot, works the corners, and
the 0-2 goes low for ball 1. Now, I don't know if softball is as much as baseball, but in baseball you get an 0-2 count. Everybody wants to throw away on the 0-2 pitch. And Greg Maddox always had a philosophy. And his philosophy was, what's the hardest count to get a hit in baseball? As the 1-2 pitch here is a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's 2 up, 2 down for Breathitt County here in the second. But think about it. The hardest count in baseball, I'll even say softball, as a hitter to get a hit.
0-2 count.
0-2 count. So why are we throwing away when the pressure's on the batter, right?
Right.
So he has a point. Now, there are times where I'll say, throw a little bit out off the plate away, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, he brings up a really good point. Of course, that's probably why he's a Hall of Fame pitcher, right? Smith at the plate for Breathitt County. Swing and a miss on the first pitch here for strike 1.
For the longest time, they had like 3 really good pitchers. You had Maddox, you had
Glavin.
Yes.
And who was the other one? There was one more. Lefty, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's just blank.
As the 0-1 pitch from Noble here. Another swing and miss for strike 2, and it's a 0-2 count to Smith at the plate. Base is empty, 2 outs. Top of the second. Breathitt County at the plate, trailing 2-0 to the Lady Wolves.
Taylor Smith's the right fielder, and she's a lone senior with the Bobcats, Lady Cats.
The 0-2, outside, ball 1.
I don't think Sammy throws very many balls, does she? A lot of them strikes.
No, but I've noticed here on the batter, she's had 0-2. She's went way off the plate away, trying to get him to chase and get into that 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3. And that's out number 3 for Breathitt County here in the second. We go to the bottom of inning number 2, and it is Wolfe County 2, Breathitt County 0. That's due up for the Lady Wolves. 8-9-1. Allen, Holbrook, and Patton. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission Stores. You'll love shopping with us. Hi.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We go to the bottom of the second. Wolfe County Lady Wolves leading the Breathitt County Lady Cats 2-0. So far, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 stranded for Wolfe County. 2 errors by Breathitt County as due up for the Lady Wolves. 8-9-1. That's Allen, Holbrook, and Patton as Breathitt County. No base runners so far. Wolfe County's got them on and got 2 around. Did strand 2 the bottom of the first, but first 2 runners that reached both came around to score, and that's where we stand, 2-0 at the moment.
Dude.
Again, both teams do advance to the regional tournament. First round will take place on Saturday, here just a few short days away at Estill County High School. Don't know what time or what the matchups will be until they draw, which I believe drawing is tomorrow. But it will be 12, 2, 4, and 6, the game times. And then the baseball regional tournament. Again, we don't know pairings yet. They're drawing tomorrow, 10 o'clock. And game times for baseball on Monday, as they're playing the whole first round on Monday, 10, 1, 4, and 7. Want to make sure they spread it out so they don't get behind.
Right.
I think it's a good idea.
Yes. Yeah, it's better. It just gives the kids a little more time to warm up. But
yeah, a lot of times you see that with baseball. They're scheduled at 2 hours apart, and it seems like the games are around 2.5 hours, every now and then 3. But
and it's not fair for the teams that near the end of the night.
Correct.
Have to sit around and wait.
Exactly. All right, leading off the bottom of the second inning for Wolfe County is Allen, and first pitch swinging. Gets it into the gap in left center field. Rounds first, heads to second. Breathitt County gets it in quickly, but it's a leadoff stand-up double for Allen and Wolfe County.
She bats in the A spot, and she cracked that ball. It was here. I heard the crack of the bat, and I saw the center fielder and the left fielder for Breathitt scampering to get to that thing.
As to the plate now, Harper Holbrook for Lady Wolves with a runner in scoring position out at second base. Nobody out. As back winds, delivers. Holbrook bunts, and it goes foul for strike 1.
Well, the little third baseman there, the freshman Bella Napier, she was on the crack of the bat. She was right up next to that plate. She covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. Yeah.
And I know in softball it's a little more difficult to play shallow on the corners just simply of how close you are, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Here's the 0-1. Lifted into center field as Salyers comes in, makes the catch for out number 1. Good catch by Salyers. Came in and then had to hesitate because the ball stayed up on her a little bit, able to kind of reach up, make the catch for the first out in the bottom of the second. Keeps the runner at second for Wolfe County. And that brings Patton to the plate. She had an infield single back in the first and takes the first pitch here for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Runner out at second. That's Allen, who had the leadoff double to start this inning for Wolfe County. 2-0 Lady Wolves in the bottom of the second as Patton takes the 1-0 up and in for ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. So a hitter's count here for Patton, who's in the leadoff spot for Wolfe County. Two-0 pitch. That one inside for ball 3. On deck is the center fielder Creech for Wolfe County. She also scored a run. Scored a run. One of the 2 runs scored by Wolfe County in the first as the 3-0 is taken for strike 1.
I said earlier there, I don't remember if I mentioned that, but Patton's one of the 5 seniors. So they're small school, lose 5 kids off of a good team. It's
a veteran team.
Yes.
3-1 going to be fouled off to the screen for strike 2, and it runs it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on.
And Wolf's been in the hunt for the district championship for the last 4 or 5 years.
No, they've won it, I think, 10 in a row now.
Right, but I mean yeah. But I mean, I think that these kids right here.
Oh, yeah.
But these kids.
Yeah.
They've been, a lot of these have played for 3 and 4 years.
Payoff pitch hit our direction, and it will drop. That will score a run, and it's an RBI double for Patton and Wolfe County. That came our way. It just didn't come far enough, but it did get down for a double, and it is 3-0 Wolfe County.
It curled a little bit too, didn't it? It sort of went out left center, and then it just started curling back towards the.
Well, when they're a left-handed batter going opposite field, that's what happened. That ball's hit
killed
hard,
that thing. It's over.
And it is gone.
It's over both fields, I think.
Yeah, it landed in the field that has the coach pitch game going on the other side, and that's a 2-run home run for Wolfe County.
I've been waiting to say, it's out of here, and I missed that opportunity.
Well, there you go.
I just did it, though, didn't I?
You did. You just didn't do it in real time.
Wish that was a lag on the computer.
All right, Wolfe County with a 5-0 lead. That will clear the bases, and sometimes a home run's what the defense needs to regroup. And not saying that's what they need. Let me back that up. But sometimes that's what helps them regroup and retire the side. As here's a ground ball up the middle, and as I say that, this one will scoot through as Miller. They won out. We'll call that a single up the middle. One out, one on for Lady Wolves. They lead at 5-0 here in the bottom of the second.
This is when you've just really got to buckle down, make sure your gloves on the ground, make sure that you're calling, the pop-ups and just getting the ball, scooping it up, routine stuff, getting it to first or wherever it needs to go.
This pitch going to be grounded into the left field. It's back-to-back singles for Lady Wolves. Puts runners at first and second. And brings Sword to the plate. 1 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second for Wolfe County as Sword chance to pick up an RBI, and we got time called. Is going to come out and talk to the pitcher. And with that, again, it's the 55th District Championship game. The wind has blown some of the signs off the fence out here in center field. Or was that the home run when it whizzed by? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought when it went over, it went way over. It was way above the fence.
As Wolfe County will have 1 out and runners at first and second. They've already scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the second, 2 on the home run, 1 prior to that. 2 doubles and a 2-run home run so far for Lady Wolves, and then a couple of singles have put 2 more on.
I didn't know if he was going to do a pitching change or he's just chatting with them, but
I think he's just
calm them down.
I think he's just chatting with them. All right. As we get ready to get back to action, again, runners at first and second. That's Miller at second, Stone at first for Wolfe County, Sword at the plate for Lady Wolves. Sword is 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first, looking for her first hit.
Senior, she bats .366 and third in hits with 34. And Chloe Creech had 48 before this game. So
here's the first pitch of Sword. It's a ground ball to second. They throw to first to get the out. Runners do advance.
The little 8th grader Barnett scooped that ball up and shot hit the first. That was routine to me.
Get
Get
the sure out.
Yes.
As first pitch to Noble is taken for ball 1.
I just wonder.
Yeah, here's the 1-0 from back. Lifted into left field, and Hayes going back. It gets over a glove. A couple of runs will score for Wolfe County, and it's a 2 RBI double for Noble. And she's going to go to third on a throwing error by Breathitt County.
I can't tell, but she dove after the ball for Breathitt, and she's down, and I don't know if it's Chloe Hayes, I think. It just was out.
I didn't notice that. We'll change the camera angle so we don't have an injured player on the camera.
I didn't know if she like curled her ankle or what because she's real close to the dugout there, and
Might have hit
seen her and
hit
yeah,
the
she might have hit
fence
the
or
fence.
even that concrete itself.
Right.
As it looks like she's going to stay in the game. Hopefully she's okay.
And she jumped up about as quick as she went down. But I was saying, I was just curious, like Sammy being the pitcher, but she's on third now. But just could she watch the hand movements of a pitcher? Does she have the time to do that to see maybe what pitch they're throwing?
You're talking about pitchers maybe tipping pitches, not intentionally, but
right, but just sort of guessing of what they're throwing at her.
Here's first pitch swinging by Holbrook, and it'll go to right field. Swore to make the catch for out number 3, but the Lady Wolves plate 5 more here in the second. They lead it 7-0 going to the top of the third as due up for Breathitt County 7-8-9. That's Salyers, Hayes, and Barnett. We will be back in 1 minute, back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363. Dairy Queen on
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
Seven nothing Lady Wolves lead Breathitt County as we go to the top half of inning number 3. Due up for the Lady Cats. 7-8-9 in the lineup. That is Salyers, Chloe Hayes, and Barnett. Breathitt County looking for their first hit of the night. Wolfe County so far 7 runs, 8 hits, and 3 stranded. They scored 2 in the first, 5 in inning number 2 as Wolfe County has taken control, I guess is the word I'm looking for, of this game so far through the first 2 innings.
Right. Yeah, they every inning they've hit the far out of the ball. And then Sammy's just so hard to hit right now.
You know, the other night we saw Breathitt County win their 8th consecutive district title. Wolfe County already 10, I'm pretty sure, is the number that they were at as of last year. And just keeping rolling.
Yeah.
Seems like when it gets to a district championship game, those 2 teams just play a little bit above where they've been all year. Whether they've been, on that top tier or just under the top tier, they just step it up and they play bigger in those games.
Right. Yeah, for several years there, it was Wolfe in Jackson City.
Yep.
And then the last several years, it's been Wolfe and Breathitt.
And last year, Breathitt actually beat Wolfe at Wolfe, and Wolfe won the district.
Yeah.
As Salyers, Hayes, Barnett, first pitch, Salyers trying to bunt on, and good play by the pitcher, Noble, to come up and get the throw to first. So 1 up, 1 down for Breathitt County as Chloe Hayes at the plate. Again, Lady Cats looking for the first hit of the night. As Noble winds, delivers. Hayes squares the bunt and bunts foul for strike 1. Was in a good spot, caught Wolfe County off guard, but went foul. Had it stayed fair, she'd had a shot at beating that one out.
Yeah, she was getting down the line pretty quick.
And, and when teams are looking for their first hit, I don't care if it's early in the game or later in the game, I don't mind the bunt.
No.
Some people get upset if you get later in the game and you try to bunt for the first hit of the game, as Hayes will bunt that one first base side and gets thrown out for out number 2.
Well, how was that? Because the first baseman come and got that. She come way up and got that, which it went to the first base side.
Yeah, second baseman Allen covered the bag.
Okay, I see her now. I was thinking, where'd she go to?
As Barnett
But it
at the
should have
plate
been.
for Breathitt County. Again, Lady Cats looking for their first hit as Noble Wines delivers a swing and miss for strike one. We will cover the regional tournaments as far as the local teams go. And we're at the moment the two local teams for baseball and then softball, Breathitt County. As the 0-1 fouled off for strike two, and it's no balls, two strikes quickly to Barnett.
She's one of the two eighth graders for Breathitt, but she does a solid job on the second base.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball one. There it is, another 0-2 going away.
Yeah, I was about.
So if you get down 0-2, just take it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty consistent. As Noble has a sign. Winds and delivers. Up and away, ball two. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gorgeous day for softball. Temperature roughly 70 degrees, right around.
Wind blowing just a tad.
Enough clouds to keep the sun from eating you up too bad. Here's a ground ball to short. Patton Fields throws to first in time for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Breathitt County here in the third. We go to the bottom half of the third inning as Wolfe County leads 7-0. Due up for the Lady Wolves 8-9-1. Allen, Holbrook, and Patton. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
Jim Baker Auto Parts is located behind Goodyear and BP on Highway 15 South in Jackson. There's parking for all vehicles, including four-wheelers. They carry paint and the store is packed with parts. Also, if a part needs to be ordered, they can do that as well. Jim and Eugene Baker offer great service and are proud to support all local athletes. Come check out Jim Baker Auto Parts and their House of Knowledge.
Go to the bottom of the third. It's 7-0. Breathitt County trails Wolfe County. We got a new pitcher for the Lady Cats. It's going to be Bowling for Breathitt County.
And that should move Bella Napier to catcher and Reagan to third.
Yeah, hopefully, Kevin, you can hear us back at the station. You'll have to say that again for me, John. I know Bowling's pitching.
Bowling's pitching. Reagan back went to third, and Bella Napier goes to. Well, Bella's still on third, and Bowling's catching. They just talked to back a little bit.
Okay.
Back's still at pitcher, and Bowling's still at.
I apologize. It looked like it was
catcher.
Bowling.
Yeah, well, she went up there, and I just happened to barely see the number. Chloe Smith's calling it off. Catch, and she hangs on to it. It's eased out of her glove, and she grabbed it with her right hand right quick before it hit the ground. She just did that for your YouTube, for your camera there, Steve. And we have Harper Holbrook from the 8th graders. Plays left field. 295. It's a routine grounder. Alexis Pelfrey scoops it up and throws it to first. We're not on. And Chloe missed it. Now we've got the first batter back up, Reagan Patton, senior. Bats .295. She plays shortstop for the Wolves, Lady Wolves. That's on that left-hand side. She sort of runs up to hit the ball, tag it a little bit. She's got a lot of speed. She doesn't have the higher batting average like some of the leadoff batters does, but her speed is there.
All right, as
Reagan
Patton takes up and in for a ball. Don't have the exact count here, trying to get caught up on a couple of things. As Patton's going to foul this off. Third base side. And a nice
Fan.
catch by Fan over there.
That's Mr. Kenzie Miller's.
Yep. Is that Luke?
Luke, yes. Barehanded that thing.
Two the count.
Reagan takes her sign.
Break even pitch, up and in, ball 3. Runs it full. One out, one on. Runner at first. That's Holbrook for Wolfe County. 7-0 Lady Wolves lead here in the bottom of the third.
There
As
it is.
payoff pitch is taken for ball 4.
That's at the right height. It's got if it's outside or not. Inside.
From our angle, we have to really just watch the umpire's reaction. We should do that more often, that way we don't make make an assumption that it's called one way and not the other.
Yeah.
As first pitch to Creech is up and out for ball 1. Creech had the 2-run home run back in the second. Reached on an error in the first, has scored a couple of runs and knocked in a couple.
I would give her nothing to hit.
At least nothing down the middle.
Homer. No.
Stay on the outer half of the plate if you give her a strike. Here's a line drive in the left center field gap. It'll move the runners up, and it will score Holbrook from second.
Saggers picked that thing up and threw it in infield really quick, but that little Harper she can fly.
She's fast.
Yeah.
And so is Patton, to be honest
Yes.
with you. So runners at the corners with one out still, and it's 8-0. Wolfe County leads. Miller at the plate, squares the bump, pulls back, takes strike 1, and Creech goes to second. The 0-1 fouled out of play for strike 2, and it's an 0-2 count.
Just fought that off and still connected on it.
Miller is 1 for 2, a ground out and a single. Scored a run. The run came in the 5-run inning for Wolfe County back in the second. Wolfe County has scored a run so far here in the third, leading at 8-0. They've got 2 in scoring position and a 0-2 count at the plate as Miller will lift this into center field. Salyers makes the catch. Will throw to the plate, and it gets by the catcher, and allows Creech to go to third. So 9-0 the score now on a sac fly.
So we have a Stone.
Yep. His first pitch to Stone is taken for strike 1.
Stone for Wolf is second, and his is 42, I guess now, and then RBIs. She did have 30 for the game. I don't know how that went. since this game.
The 0-1 pitch is swing and miss for strike two. Sorry, I changed the camera angle as she was swinging there. Got a little quick on the draw, right? 0-2 count. 2 outs, 1 on. Runner at third, and the 0-2 pitch here. Fouled off back to the screen.
Assuming.
No balls, 2 strikes to Stone. Creech at third with 2 outs. Wolfe County has played a couple of runs again here in the third, extending their lead to 9-0 as the 0-2 is up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All of Wolf's players, regardless of what position order that they bat, they're all cracking that ball.
Here's a line drive foul, third base side, and about took Creech out at third.
She just fell to the ground, just like she was just sitting down.
That's all you can do in that situation. Just get out of the way.
Yes.
In whatever means necessary.
Because that would probably smart just a tad from that spot.
They ask for a new ball. All the rain has saturated the grass, and I got to say this, a lot of work done by the staff here at Jackson Parks and Recreation, as well as Gentry Hayes came down and worked a lot on the field today as the 1-2 pitch up and away for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He was here when I got here, and I got here a little bit before 4 o'clock, but
yeah, when you're AD, you're responsible. I mean, it's got to go.
It's you.
Yeah.
Break-even pitch. Ground ball up the middle to score another run, and it's an RBI single for Stone and Wolfe County, make it 10-0 Lady Wolves.
Eddie Sager's getting a workout in center field, either pop-ups or grounder shot at her. Because there's quite a few. They're finding that gap between second base and shortstop players.
So 10-0 Wolfe County leads Breathitt County here in the bottom of the third. You got 2 outs and 1 on, and at the plate is Sword. She's going to pop one up. Foul territory is staying in infield as Napier makes a sliding catch. What a play by Napier from third base. And that will end the bottom of the third for Wolfe County. However, the Lady Wolves plate 3 runs. They lead at 10-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. Breathitt County with 1, 2, 3 to the plate. That is Napier, Bowling, and back. We will be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
At Hazard Community and Technical College, you are more than just a number. With our low faculty to student ratio, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to succeed. Our dedicated faculty is here to guide you every step of the way, helping you reach your goals in a community that cares. Choose HCTC. We'll never underestimate you. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more.
Hi, this is Karen Bunn, Director of the Methodist Mountain Mission. Right now, we have more items in our stores than ever before. Our Jackson store is next to the post office. We have stores in Hazard, in West Liberty, and 4 other stores in Southeast Kentucky. Stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 4, and take advantage of huge inventories at low prices. Methodist Mountain Mission Stores. You'll love shopping with us.
Go to the top of the fourth. Breathitt County will have 1, 2, 3 to the plate. Napier, Bowling, and back as the Lady Cats looking for their first hit of the night. No runs, 3 errors, nobody stranded for Wolfe County. 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 4 stranded thus far. As Noble has pitched a really good game for the Lady Wolves.
If Breathitt wants to get back in this, I mean, they're at the top of the lineup. Some of your better batting averages, they need to start cracking that ball.
Yeah, it's time for them to start getting batters on base and moving them around. But again, they got to hand it to Noble. Noble has pitched really well. In the first matchup, Wolfe County won 12-2. It was Noble pitching for the Lady Wolves. Second matchup, Breathitt County at home kept it within a run and had the lead most of the game before Wolfe County came from behind and won in the latter innings. And then Noble today has kept Breathitt County off the bases. Defense has played well as, two for Wolfe County. I don't want to take away from that.
Right.
Sometimes you get the strikeout, and sometimes you pitch the contact and let the defense work behind you.
Right.
And she's done a little bit of both.
Right, because Patton's made a nice play, and Allen. So there's several of Wolf's players that's made some nice plays when they had an opportunity to have a ball hit to them.
Napier at the plate, struck out in the first, 0 for 1. And there I go switching camera angles again. Takes low for ball 1.
She just come off of a good defensive play. She ought to be the one to. Adrenaline's still flowing.
Here's the 1-0 from Noble. Taking low for ball 2. Hitters count here.
Man, that
for
ain't
Napier.
happened much.
No.
I don't know if she's
Usually
ever
it's 0-2 or 1-2
Yeah.
or whatever. 1-1 every now and then, but not 2-0 very often tonight. As she's ready to roll with the 2-0 pitch. Napier squares the bunt, lays it down, but it goes foul for strike 1.
Bella's second in RBI. She's not going to get the opportunity this bat. That's 353, one of the freshmen that they have.
2-1 count at the plate as Noble delivers. Napier squares the bunt again, goes for it, misses for strike 2. Count even at 2-2.
On that attempted contact, every Wolfe County player was in motion.
Outfield, everybody.
Yes, everybody was going towards
saw that too. So they know their rotations, know them
Yes.
well. Here's the break-even pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3.
She's probably at maybe 160 now. That's pretty good. I don't know what her. I know it was way high there last year as well. And, Noble's 10-6 and 2.43 ERA. Still bats at 417. So she's just all over the place.
Is bowling at the plate. Swings and misses at this one for strike 1. Noble with the 0-1 pitch. Lifted into shallow center field. And coming on and making the catch is Creech for Wolfe County for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Lady Cats here in the 4th.
She got a really good jump on that ball. It would have been trouble because it was just a little bit out of the reach of the second baseman, Allen.
Noble so far tonight, 7 strikeouts, no walks. Is back at the plate, squares the bunt, fouls off strike 1. Base is empty and 2 outs. 0-1 count at the plate to back. Breathitt County trailing 10-0 to Wolfe County here in the top of the 4th. So far, Breathitt County, no base runners, no hits, nothing.
It's probably, I guess, easier to try to attempt a bunt than it is to try to hit off a Noble right now. They're just trying anything to get
Well, and
on
you
base.
get that, even on a bunt attempt, you get both eyes really looking at the ball and you see it maybe a little bit better. Kind of pick up the release angle and that kind of thing just a slight second or two before. One of the things we always try to do is every now and then during batting practice, you switch to the other side of the plate just to make your eyes look at it differently.
right. I can see that.
Here's the 1-1 from Noble. Outside ball 2, 2-1 to count. Again, 55th District Championship game. Wolfe County leading Breathitt County 10-0 here in the top of the 4th. We'll carry the trophy ceremony on the YouTube channel as long as the internet allows us. I think the other night it got cut off on us before it finished, but we got most of it. As 2-1 here, up and away for ball 3, and it's a 3-1 count. Hitters count for back here at the plate in Breathitt County. Back had stepped out. Back in the box now is 3-1 pitch. Across for strike 2, runs it full.
Sammy, I mentioned earlier, has got a 2.43 REA, and Reagan has a 2.99, so that's pretty good. Just needs a hit.
Here's the payoff pitch. Up and away, ball 4, first base runner of the night for Breathitt County. Perfect game gone. No hitter still intact as Belfry coming up for Breathitt County. Struck out in the second. Again, Lady Cats looking for the first hit. Got their first base runner. That's out of the way. Now just got to get the first hit. 10-0. Wolfe County leading here in the top of the 4th.
Be nice to see Lexi clear the fence. She can do it.
She hit that one out of play, but foul. Almost hits the Bobcat. Might have hit a car. That's why I don't park there.
No.
I don't know if you parked by us again
today.
On
the other side of the tennis courts.
I don't blame you on that one. I got here early enough to keep my regular spot, but yeah. 0-1 count to Belfry at the plate. 2 outs, runner at first for Breathitt County. Here's a hard hit ground ball that'll scoot into left field. Yeah, diving Patton. That's going to be a hit. You know, you make a diving attempt, and
that's all she could really do. I mean, she ran as far as she could and dove, and it was just to the outside of that glove.
Tried to preserve the no-hitter there, did Patton. But Breathitt County now a couple of runners on. Runners at first and second. You got 2 outs. And Tinley Hayes at the plate for Lady Cats. So you got your first base runner, your first hit. Time to get your first run, right?
Right.
And fouls off the first pitch here for strike 1.
Tinley ties Alexis Pelfrey with RBI. So right now it'd be nice if you could get a good lick and get 2 in. Start nipping away at that.
So 0-1 count at the plate. As Noble winds and delivers. Here's a ground ball, hit to third, and nice play by Miller to glove that right over top of the bag and step on third for out number 3 here in the 4th. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, it is Wolfe County 10, Breathitt County 0, due up for Wolfe County 6, 7, 8. Noble, Holbrook, and Allen. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
So we come back, go to the bottom of the 4th. Wolfe County will have 6, 7, 8 to the plate. Noble, Holbrook, and Allen. Wolfe County with a 10-0 lead over Breathitt County. And we do have a new pitcher this time.
Yes. You just foresaw that. You foreshadowed that while ago.
Is that what that was?
Yes, you saw it coming.
You guys hear me? You're back on. Hello.
We're talking.
I don't know if they heard that on the live stream or not, but we are on. Everything is good to go as far as what we can tell. So
Mahala Bolins she's warming up as pitcher. We said it earlier, that puts Bella Napier leaving from third to catch. And then Reagan goes from pitcher to third base. Mahala pitched a really good game the first round of the tournament. Had a lot of speed and was really accurate. And but the coaches had to do a little something to have a little change up because you can't keep letting Wolf score 3 runs an inning.
Yeah, having some technical difficulties with the radio side as we'll get that line back out. Let's try to get all these. Who's the catcher there, John? Can you see the number?
Bella Napier.
Napier, okay. All right, as we go.
No, Bella's on.
Bella's at third
So
still.
it must be back at catching.
All right, so just a swap from pitcher and catcher.
Yeah.
So back was pitching. She's now behind the plate. Bowling was behind the plate. She's now pitching for Breathitt County.
It's hard to see these numbers from out here, and I'm half blind anyway.
Yeah, that's the disadvantage.
I seen the 1, but I couldn't see the end of it, so I thought it was.
Leading off is Noble for Wolfe County. They lead it 10-0 here in the bottom of the fourth, and she'll take the first pitch outside for ball 1.
Bowling definitely has a little bit of speed. Maybe he's got different movement and stuff that they can try to get some outs here.
Here's the 1-0. Grounder to short as Pelfrey Fields throws the first. And Sword caught it, but they're going to say, I don't know if her foot was off the bag or if they're going to say she trapped it or if Noble just actually beat that out.
Yeah, I don't know if some of Breathitt's players are playing a little further back than Wolf's. Because it seems like it just take the Wolf's players are a little closer to first base, not counting speed, than Breathitt players are when they get a hit.
Bowling's first pitch to Holbrook is taken for ball 1. And the 1-0 is ball 2.
Was it Reagan Holbrook, the right fielder, junior?
Right fielder, yeah.
354.
And 2-0 fouled off for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. I apologize. And the 2-1 is taken for ball 3. They throw it on the first, but not in time. We're in the bottom of the fourth, 10-0. Wolfe County leading Breathitt County. As the 3-1 fouled off for strike 2, and it runs the count full.
We're not having quite as much luck right now. I guess they're just trying to catch up to her speed. And until that one.
It's going to be off the base of the fence in center field, and it's a long single as Noble had to wait to see if that ball was going to be caught.
That just hit right in the center of the big Citizens Bank sign. You don't know anybody works there, do you?
I'm not going to say. We'll let that go, right?
Pass ball. Advance to second and third.
Yep. Sorry, I'm looking down. I got some issues going on with my computer here.
We have Emma Allen up, one of the seniors, batted 273. See, I can't tell what that one was. Ball, I think. He didn't say strike. Bolin gets back to the back of the circle, the pitcher circle, and then when she walks up there, she puts her foot on that thing and pitches. Another low one. 2 balls.
Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th.
There we go, T-Rack.
Got the first one, yeah, I'd say. 2-1 count to Allen at the plate. And ball 4. We missed one. I apologize. It loads the bases for Wolfe County. As to the plate is Harper Holbrook for Wolfe County. First pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. As Holbrook fouls off the 0-1 for strike 2. Top of the lineup in the on-deck circle for Wolfe County. Nobody out.
Harper plays left field and bat to 295. She does a good job out in the field. A little change up there on her. I don't know if Addie can get to it.
Cannot. 1 run in. And that'll be all for Wolfe County on that one. It's 11-0 Lady Wolves, and the bases stay loaded.
Right as the ball's getting ready to go into Addie Savage's glove, she sort of twisted it just a little bit, just enough for it to slip out on her. We're back to the top of the lineup with Reagan Patton, senior. Plays shortstop. That's on that left-hand side. He does that. Runners on second and third.
The bases are loaded.
And
wild pitch, and they stayed there. Yeah, you got bases loaded. And top of the lineup at the plate and Patton for Wolfe County.
Pitching just a little low. Everything's just a little low right now. Releasing it early or something, isn't she?
Yeah.
Not in her routine. But the third one that's sort of been a pass ball. There it is.
Strike 1. And
slap that one down.
That one's going to be fouled off for strike 2. I apologize. I've got some technical difficulties going on. I'm trying to figure out what's happened here. And I just, for whatever reason, it's not working.
Bolin set the pitch. Ground. So was his full count now? They definitely need to try to keep it in the infield, or if they catch it in the outfield, if they don't strike out, she just walked. So what is it, Abby Stone or?
Yeah, that's 12-0 Wolfe County here in the bottom of the 4th.
I reckon Holbrook just scored.
Still nobody out as Creech to the plate.
On that pitch out, most of the kids for Breathitt was all moving. They was, I think Chloe's got them gun shy, Creech.
Creech is going to hit this one to center field. That ball is gone again, and that'll end it. That'll make it 16.
Grand slam.
0, Wolfe County. We'll go ahead and score this one out real quick. Wolfe County 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third, and 6 in the fourth, giving them 16-0. And for Breathitt County, no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, 2. It's going to be 2 stranded. I'm sorry. For Breathitt County, for Wolfe County, 16 runs, 14 hits, no errors, and 5 stranded. Today they came out and it was all Wolfe County from the get-go as the Lady Wolves win the 55th District Championship game, and I believe their 11th straight district championship.
What would you call that?
A run?
A long run.
I mean, that's
11. I mean,
that's
so when they started this, these kids the seniors was in first grade.
There you go. That's true.
Of course, Reagan Holbrook, she was just in diapers probably at that time. She's just an 8th grader.
You go back to Breathitt County in baseball; they've won 8 straight now, and been going for a while. So those two teams, it just seems like every year you get to the district championship game and they just step it up a notch.
Right. Yeah. You was talking about that earlier. They do. They just step it up, and it's like we've been here before. We know what to do, and don't see many errors, and just everything goes smooth for them.
All right, we'll get ready to sign it off on the radio, and we'll keep it here on YouTube for the trophy ceremony. So, again, Wolfe County defeats Breathitt County 16-0 in the softball 55th District Championship game. And for John Bunn and James Turner and Scott Griffin, they do a lot of work for us to help keep these games going. We appreciate everything that they do for us. For the cameraman, Rick Hensley, to our right, who's done a good job all season long and did another one again tonight. And for Kevin Davis in front of the board for us back at the station, we appreciate it. My colleague to my right here, Coach John Couch. I'm Stephen Neese. God is good.
All the time.
Take it away, Kevin Davidson. And for everybody on YouTube, you can hang right here. We're going to have the trophy ceremony as long as our technology allows and everything continues to run as it is. We don't have the microphone down there. We'll have to, Coach, I have to try to help me out with these numbers as they call them off.
That's what you call the blind leading the blind.
Well, I can't hear what they're saying, so
okay.
Would that be
that.
Yeah. Sometimes we can see the numbers and sometimes we can't. Again, the drawing for the 14th regional tournament supposed to take place tomorrow, and I believe both softball and baseball will be taking place in Wolfe County, the host for baseball, Estill County, the host for softball. We're waiting for them to get everything lined up. The AD, Gentry Hayes, setting it up on the table. We'll see who hands the trophies out for each side. Usually it's a representative from each school. But, again, the first round of the softball regional tournament to take place on Saturday at Estill County. 12-2, 4, and 6 are the start times for the games, and we won't know what time the game starts that we're covering until after the draw. And then for baseball, first round will be on Monday at Wolfe County, and the times for those games are 10, 1, 4, and 7, as they're given about 3 hours for each game. Of course, I know weather hasn't looked good to this point for the weekend coming up for them to be able to get all those games in, but we'll see. As it looks like now Saturday they're giving a nice day, 74, no chance of rain. And Monday, 46% chance of rain with mid-70s again. Usually Memorial Day is so hot that you struggle to make it through, but this year going to be a little cooler, and hopefully the rain holds off. We get the games in. Of course, Wolfe County, the turf field, if it does rain, they can wait till it gets done about 15 minutes after it rains, as long as there's no lightning. They can go ahead and get back to action. As we're waiting the trophy ceremony here to get started. Two teams kind of huddled up on the side. Looks like they're going to be a little bit away. Let's take another 30-second break. Back in 30, this is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dairy Queen on Highway 15 in Campton is a proud supporter of youth sports. They want you to know they have the best drive-through service with friendly faces and quick drive-through times. You can come get breakfast, lunch, or dinner and finish off with one of our sweet treats. We have many to choose from. Come dine in or carry out at Dairy Queen in Campton or give us a call at 606-668-6363.
As we get ready for the trophy presentation here for the 55th District Championship game, Wolfe County defeats Breathitt County 16-0 in the championship game. And they'll go first for the runners-up. It'll be the Breathitt County Lady Cats. Bella Napier. Ayla Bowling. Raylan Pack.
They're going right down the batting order.
Yeah. So far, that's what it looks like they're doing. There's Alexis Pelfrey. Tinley Hayes. Taylor Smith.
The field looks really good considering how hard it rained last night.
Absolutely. A lot of work done today.
Yeah.
Addie Salyers.
Chloe Hayes.
That one was Salyers. I think I got one ahead. I don't know if we said Taylor Smith, Addie Salyers. Tinley Hayes was before those two. And then Chloe Hayes is coming up next. Is that
Ben
Chloe
Barnett.
or is it Barnett? Yep.
Yes.
Savannah Barnett. And now
Emmy Smith.
Emmy Smith. Ella Bellamy.
We've heard Bellamy a few times on the baseball.
Through the years, yeah.
Yeah, basketball. So
Ava Neese. Brooklyn Olinger. Emily Bird. Audrey Barnett.
Yes.
Taylor Noble. And Alex Francis. And then there's the team trophy for the Breathitt County Lady Cats. Both teams do still move on to the regional tournament. Again, that's at Estill County starting this Saturday. Looks like so far the weather will cooperate. It's the Monday games for baseball that we might have some issues with. As they will pose for the team picture. And again, he's talking about what a run for the Wolfe County Lady Wolves. 11 straight district championships. That's an accomplishment right there. A regional championship or two in there.
Right. Well, did they not just win the Class A this year?
Did.
And then win the district? They might want to try to win the whole thing. Just what you call a triple crown.
That's another accomplishment that would be something to congratulate them on. I mean, yeah. Usually if you win the All-A, that tends to be a curse, don't it?
Yeah, seems to be. But I'm telling you, if they play anything like they do tonight, I don't know some of the other teams. I haven't seen Estill or Prairie Central either one play.
All right, for Wolfe County, going Riley Bush. Cheyenne McGee. Bella Hall. Isabel Oliver.
That's the principal, Greg Creech, handing out the medallions for the players.
Is that Laney Mayab?
Yes.
Addison Miller. Reagan Patton. Chloe Creech. Kenzie Miller.
Beanie Campbell, as far as a coach for quite a few of those championships. And
yeah,
then,
he got it going.
Coach Howard finished the last several off.
That was Sword, right? Taylor Sword. Did we get Abby
Sword,
Stone on there too?
00, yeah.
Yeah.
Abby Stone.
There's,
now you're at Sword.
before that was Abby Stone. Yeah, okay.
You can see their numbers a little bit after they take the picture.
Yeah. Sammy Noble.
I just call her Sammy. Had her in class. She's a good kid, smart.
Reagan Holbrook. Emma Allen. Harper Holbrook.
So her just being an 8th grader, she's looking at 4 more she's going to get to play in.
And then there's the team trophy to the Lady Wolves. Congratulations to Wolfe County and Breathitt County as well for both qualifying for the regional tournament. Again, the softball regional tournament to be held the first round anyway, this Saturday at Estill County High School. Once we get the pairings, we'll pass those along and the times. We'll get that out as soon as we can. Again, tuned to 97.3 WJSN. And our plan is at the moment to carry both radio and video for the local teams for the regional tournament runs. We'll carry that as much as we can. So wish you luck to everybody. So with that, we're going to sign it off. For my colleague to my right, John Couch, Coach John Couch.